Hey guys, my name is Sidra. Today I'm going to cover mastering development with React Road step by step. Let's get started. First, before moving forward to React, you should be very good in JavaScript ES6 syntaxes. So, including constants, variables, arrow functions, classes, destructuring, modules, promises, separate operator. So these are the basically base of the React. So you should be very good before starting React. And then moving forward to React fundamentals, the first thing you should learn that is JSX. This is basically syntax like HTML. And then you should know how components makes and how props works with components, how states works with components, how component lifecycle works. And then there is some event handling, conditional rendering of components, list and keys. And then the next, you need to know some advanced concepts, which including fragments, how they work, and some error boundaries, how portals works, and why you need to use that. And then what is the difference of higher order components and how they work and why they are good, and how props renders and the very good context API, which is mostly used for state management. And then the next thing you should know that is React ecosystem. In moving forward to React ecosystem, there is some state management libraries like Redux that is used basically for large scale applications for state management. So if you are going to be work in large scale application, then you should be you must know about the Redux, including Redux basics, their actions and reduces how work and data flow and store, this kind of things, all how work. So you should be very good in Redux. And there is the next step that is React routing, how React routing work, how nested route works, how route parameters works, how navigation works, all how links work. This is all about links, navigations, and this kind of things. And because testing is very important while you are working large scale applications or you are going to work on a website. So there is some libraries like just you should know this one at least to test the React app. So you can write test cases and how you can do testing, asynchronous codes, and everything all about just for your React application testing. And then there is some basics hooks which you must know. This is basically should be at the top after the some basics or concepts of React, but it's now here. Use state is basically used for state management of component, all about data of the component, and then use effect is all about use side effects of the component like fetching data and this kind of stuff, and then use context for state management, which is basically using for authentications and themes, this kind of stuff. And then there is some additional hooks, which include some most known hooks that is use reducer, use callback, use memo, and use layout effect, use ref, and some others. So these are additional hooks. You should be at least know the basics of these concepts and how they work with React ecosystem. After moving forward with React ecosystem, there is some libraries with work with React, that is Next.js, which is used for server-side rendering. So how server-side rendering work, how client-side rendering work, you should all know our data fetching and how pages works in Next.js, because in React there is always components, there is always views, but Next.js there is always pages. So and then there is another library which is Gateway, and how Gateway works. So how you can deploy and you can build with Gateway. And the most important thing while working with React is TypeScript. When you are going to work with large scale applications, or even in small applications or even smaller websites, then you should always prefer TypeScript while instead of JavaScript, because TypeScript is a very good your error for your error catching while writing a code. So, and other different things you can do for intelligence and this kind of stuff you can do easily with TypeScript. And so you should be very aware TypeScript basics and how classes and interfaces works and how types works with um, TypeScript in React, and then some advanced concepts of TypeScript. This is basically all about pop, state, events, and types, and then some context wraps. And for styling in React, there is always some libraries in JS for some for animation, some for style components, which you can use in your applications to reduce the development time, and some advanced CSS for React you can use, like CSS modules, Tailwind CSS, Source CSS. So because without CSS, your application cannot be worked, because this is very important feature to present any layout in a good way, and it should be responsive for all screen sizes. Moving forward in React applications, there is the most important thing, performance optimizations. Performance optimization is very important. If your application is not good in performance, then it will be get to trouble for you. So the first thing which you should know how code separating work, and including code separating, there is React lazy and suspense concept work, how import syntax and how dynamic imports work, so how memoization works, and how React Memo and Use Memo works with for your React performance, and then how use callback efficiently to improve your performance, application performance. And then there is some profile components like React Profiler and this kind of stuff. If you are good with these things and you want to move on now, React with mobile, then you should be aware React Native. And you should know how React Native setup environment works, and how box layout works, because React Native uses basically flex box layout. And then what's the difference between component and native component, and how React Native styles, this kind of all things you should know if you're going to work to React Native. And then in React Native Advanced, you should be aware how animations works, and how accessibility, performance, building, and shipping, networking, this kind of things works with React Native. So this is all about today for step-by-step guide mastering working with React. If you like this video, please share, like, subscribe my channel.